This is Spreaker Web Radio.
Having a wonderful day.
Great.
Welcome to Reno Viola In Depth, the show that discusses, in depth, the winning strategies of great tournament champions and the industry that supports fishing. Our host, internationally known television and radio personality and Canadian Sports Fishing Hall of Famer Reno Viola, is no stranger to the tournament trail himself and knows what it takes to win. And now, here he is, your host, award-winning Reno Viola.
And welcome to In Depth with Reno Viola. I'm going to make fun of him. My guest this time is Ben McWhinney.
Oh, I get the dig from the man.
No. It's Ben McWhinney. That's right. I got it right. Hey, everybody, we're coming to you live from the Toronto Fishing and Boat Show. And you need to be here. This hall is electrifying.
It is.
People are here.
I got
They're
a shock,
buying stuff.
actually, over at the Bass Magnet booth.
And as you can see, we're taping this for his television series or his podcast.
Podcast, video cast, Ben McWhinney Outdoors.
Ben McWhinney Outdoors?
Ben McWhinney Outdoors.
McWhinney Outdoors. Sorry. Okay.
Oh,
all right.
boy,
Okay, I'll get off of it. All right. All right. So anyway, but before we do that, let's pay some bills, all right?
Okay.
I want to remind everybody this show is brought to you by Golden Anchor Marina in downtown Hawkesbury, home of Princecraft Boats and Mercury Outboards in Eastern Ontario. Brought to you by ChooseCornwall.ca. That's right. We want you to choose Cornwall because it's a great location to do business in and also a great location to live in and a great place to catch smallmouth bass and anything else that swims in the St. Lawrence. Brought to you by Princecraft Boats. The more you know about boats, the better Princecraft looks. And, of course, it's brought to you by the town of Hawkesbury. Hawkesbury is located on the Ottawa River about an hour north of Cornwall, and it is spectacular fishery, especially for muskie. So if you need you need to fulfill your muskie future, you need to go to Hawkesbury and fish for muskie. I'm telling you, you will love the Ottawa River. But before we do that, let's pay the rest of the bills, and we definitely will be right back after that.
Princecraft, a 6-decade leader in aluminum boats, has always distinguished itself with its reliability, performance, and its wide variety of fishing boats, pontoons, and deck boats. Whether for fishing, pleasure boating, or water sports, all Princecraft boats have a choice of options to meet all your needs. Once you find your favorite spot on the water, go for the long-lasting and exceptional quality of Princecraft. Go to princecraft.com to find your nearest dealer. Princecraft. Dominate the waters.
All righty, and we are absolutely back at the Toronto Fishing and Boat Show. Like I said, it's electrifying in here. It's absolutely the happiest place that I've been in the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Because people are getting ready for their favorite activity, which is fishing and outdoors.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so let me talk about you, because normally it's about me, but this time we'll make it about you.
Okay, wow. That's special.
All right, so here's the deal, folks. Ben is going to be one of the producers. That's going to be featured. He's going to be one of the producers that gets played every day on the WRVO Radio Network that we launched January 21st. We're looking forward to hearing his stuff. We're encouraging him to be different. We're encouraging him to be his own person. We're encouraging him to create a format that is absolutely true to what he is, and also interesting enough for people to listen each and every day.
Absolutely.
And that's what I want you to do. But you have a different concept to this, and I kind of liked it. I kind of dug it. I think it's cool. You said, well, Reno, first I want to go out and see whether I can actually get somebody involved. What's the use of doing something if I can't get somebody involved?
Yep.
And so we're here to announce that we actually have someone involved.
Yeah.
And it's TCO, True Canadian Outdoors.
Yep.
Tell us about True Canadian Outdoors.
True Canadian Outdoors. They're located. Their new store is located in Vaughan, just around the corner of the other guy, the big box store.
There is nobody else.
Nobody else. That's right. And I met them going up to Simcoe so many times that I finally said, "Hey, what do you guys think of doing some sponsorship and whatnot?" And they were all for it. Nico, Dario, Mario, great bunch of guys.
Good.
We're in there with Fish Bum and Precision Pack gear, so they got me set up really, really well. And the grand opening is March 9th and 10th. So come on down, meet the guys, meet me, and get yourself some fish bum gear and some tackle.
And so that's where you're going to be. That's going to be your main sponsor of the radio program.
my radio podcast.
Okay, tell me your plans. Tell me your plans for the podcast, and then for your organization as you go down the road.
Well, my main concern and focus has always been conservation. I think it's important that we as anglers teach the other generations that conservation is first and foremost. I think the phrase was coined by you guys, limit your catch and catch your limit, or something along that.
That sounded corny 40 years ago. And I'm not sure that it sounds much better today, but you know what? A lot of people live by that.
Absolutely.
It was catch your limit, but limit your catch.
Yep.
In other words, go out and have a good time.
Yep.
Catch what you need to catch legally.
Yep.
Okay? But don't feel that you have to take home your limit of fish each and every day. And you know, unless you're going to eat fish, what's the use of taking them home? You're going to throw them out later anyway.
Exactly.
So sorry, I didn't mean that.
So the conservation aspect is a key focus, but I also want to zone in right on the Canadian lure manufacturing market. Our Canadian market right now is a $6.7 billion industry. So says stats.
No, actually, I'm going to tell you.
It's more?
Yeah, those are the revised numbers.
Oh, the revised numbers. Here we go. We got the revised numbers.
At the show.
Jacko, Hollywood.
Okay, so there is a lot of revised numbers.
Okay.
The number you're using was from a census that was 5 years ago.
Okay.
So the number is not inaccurate. It's just it's been updated. The most current number was more like it was about 8 or 9 or 10 years ago. The total spend is $8.3 billion.
Okay, there we go.
So there's the total spend.
There we go.
And there's 6.1 million anglers doing it.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's the new numbers, and that's a great number.
That is an absolute great number, and I believe in that number, and I believe that it's important to promote the Canadian sport fishing industry.
And you know what? It's buoyant. I've been at this since 1982-ish on this level, and in 1982, we had a spurt, and everything grew. 82, 83, 84, 85, everything grew. And then we plateaued.
Yep.
And then I actually felt it went down a little bit because you couldn't invent a new mousetrap.
No.
Is basically what it was. And over the last 3-4 years, I have actually felt this resurgence of the industry rebuilding and getting second wind and picking up momentum to come back to its joyous prior levels, and we're obviously proving that today. So
I think a lot has to do with the younger crowd, that the Cole Vardys, the Ashley Rays, like these young people are grabbing onto the Canadian sport fishing industry with both hands and bringing it into the next generation.
Okay, speaking of the next generation,
there they are there
right now.
Cooper Gallant, the man.
The man. Not only is he the man, but he's a ladies' man too.
He is. Look, he's already drawn one. My wife.
Okay, so let's talk about what you're going to do for the lure manufacturers. What is your plan on your show with the manufacturers?
Well, I just basically I cover what's new and hot when it comes out. I do my own kind of form of iCast, if you will, where I promote the Canadian lure manufacturers of what's new on their shelf right now, coming out of the press.
And you're going to keep it Canadian only?
Canadian only.
Well, what happens to the guy in California listening to the show?
Well, if he's listening to the show, then hopefully he can buy some of the great Canadian baits that are made here in Canada.
That's right, because Canadian baits are also exported to the United States and the rest of the world.
Yep.
And so to get publicity for, and we are Canadian. You know, I'm proud to be Canadian, so why hide it? We are definitely Canadian. We're located in Toronto today. So we're here to help the industry, the Canadian industry, and the rest of the fishing industry grow as well. So.
Yep.
And you're actually going to have interviews with these guys, or what are you going to do?
Yeah, actually, I'm really excited. I have a star-studded lineup for my first month. I have Chris David from the Hunting Chronicles out in Alberta. He's launching a new fishing show, so I'm going to have him on my network. I have Ashley Ray, Mark Melnick. I also will be having Angler's Choice. And I have a gentleman. Do you remember a 57-inch muskie caught and live released?
Yeah. Him?
Yep.
Good.
Or
right.
keep it a secret for now.
So you're going to have some great guests, but
Yep.
what about the lure? What are you going to do for the lure manufacturer?
Well, anybody out there that wants to sign on with Ben McWhinney Outdoors, you can drop me an email. It's easy, ben.mcwhinney@yahoo.com. I can send you my media package. I can put you out there under the WRVO Radio Network, as well as on my homepage. You get a direct link to your homepage from my homepage.
Okay.
And it's about scratching each other's backs.
And when are we going to start this?
Well, I'm coordinating my podcast with True Canadian Outdoors grand opening,
Which is when again?
March 9th and 10th.
Okay, so we're talking by the time we get you figured out, so March 9th and I don't know that we'll actually be able to. Yeah, we'll be able to.
Yeah.
We'll be able to actually. You're going to broadcast live from there, or at least a podcast, and then we.
Yeah, it'll probably be a podcast and uploaded the same day.
Okay.
Yep.
So around March 9th or 10th is the projected date. Any length, specific length on this podcast, or?
Probably going to be looking at a half hour.
Okay.
Yep.
Very good. And you're going to have guests. You're going to talk about manufacturing. You're going to have new and innovative creations.
Mm-hmm.
New and innovative. Innovative.
Innovative.
Availabilities.
Yep.
Wow, that was quite a mouthful to share. And you're going to share anything that's new
Mm-hmm.
and available on the market with our guests. Or
Absolutely.
With our listeners, not our guests.
Yes.
Perfect. What else can I do for you?
That's it, Reno.
That's
You've
it.
done a lot.
So, do I send you a check for this promo, or
I thought I'd...
did you hear that? I said, do I send you a check for this promo? You heard that, right? Live radio. Sometimes you screw up.
No doubt.
Where do I send the bill for the check for this promo? Folks, you've been listening to Reno Viola In Depth. I'm Reno Viola. With me has been Ben McWhinney. No, Ben McWhinney. And his show will be starting on the network on March 9th or 10th or thereabouts, very closely. And it is Ben McWhinney Outdoor Radio is the name of the podcast, the name of the program that you will see on WRVO. I want to remind everybody that this show is brought to you by Golden Acre Marina in downtown Hawkesbury. I want to remind everybody that this show is brought to you by Cornwall.ca and Princecraft Boats and, of course, the town of Hawkesbury. And we will be back in the next couple of minutes with another great guest to take us right into the next half hour. Talk to you then.
If you are looking for a great outdoor radio